The Memorandum of Understanding was signed between the Australian High Commissioner and PNG Ports. Under this MOU, the Australian government will be working with PNG Ports to finance the rehabilitation of selected ports in the country. A 30-year ports infrastructure master plan was also launched yesterday. This plan will guide the PNG Ports in the next 30 years to rehabilitate all maritime infrastructure by 2050.
And hopefully by 2050, all of PNG Ports infrastructure should have improved standards and facilities compatible with modern industry practice and modern safety standards.
The 1 billion kina support from the Australian government comprises of a combination of interest-free grants. This will support the modernization of PNG Ports Maritime Infrastructures located in Kavieng, Kimbe, Motukia, Lorengau, Orobe, Daru, Vanimo, Lae and other ports owned and operated by PNG Ports. Most of these ports have not been rebuilt and rehabilitated since 1975, and this will be the first time the ports will be rehabilitated.
For PNG, just as for Australia as island countries, ports are essential for trade and for connectivity. It brings the world to us, it brings us to the rest of the world. Investments to upgrade critical port infrastructure brings economic and social benefits to PNG and its people. And, I should say, with a little bit of self-interest, it brings economic and social benefits for Australia as well.
The State Enterprise Minister further reassured the Government of Australia that they will continue to work in partnership to ensure the project is completed with satisfaction. Prime Minister James Marape also thanked the Australian Government for this support, saying they must not take this support for granted.
And so it is not as if they're giving because they're in abundance. We must never take this sort of help for granted, as I said earlier. They're not giving because they're in abundance. They're giving because they have the capacity to help our neighbor, and not just an ordinary neighbor. We are the only colony ever in the life of their own country.
Rayon Lakingu National, EMTV News.